What's it like to work out with Mark Bell?
It's fun. It's hard, but it's rewarding. High level of accountability. If I'm committed to going the next morning, I come. I try to talk myself out of it on the drive sometimes. What excuse could I come up with to turn around and go back to bed? But I just do it. So, feeling really good.
Nice work, nice work. Use your legs. Little leg drive. Yes, nice. Woo!
Oh gosh.
That was awesome.
Thanks.
Sick.
That was hard.
Yeah, it's not puke.
Oh no, those ones don't make me puke.
So the guy we had in yesterday, Tyler Bray, amazing athlete, jiu-jitsu practitioner. Sean, you'll really dig this dude. He was born with spina bifida, and so he doesn't have full usage of his legs. He can like flex his quads and do some stuff, but he's in a wheelchair. He said it's his belief that everyone is born with great qualities, but something has to happen for them to come out. He said people aren't great for no reason. And I was just like, holy shit, man, that is so true. Something probably difficult needs to happen. Something hard, challenging needs to happen where somebody tells you you're not good enough, you're not tall enough, you're not skinny enough, you're too fat, you're too dumb, you're too this or too that. With him, he's been in a wheelchair. And so he said for me, he's like, my whole life has been about surprising people with what I'm able to do. And he's like, I don't put any limitations on what I can do. He's like, I thought that was cool. Like everyone's born with some great qualities, but something has to happen for it to come out. You're not great for no reason.
What an amazing mission statement for his life.
Right. The other thing he said, he does bodybuilding, and he said that he was training for the Olympia, and he started having cravings and stuff. And then he just said to himself, well, because he's been on the Olympia stage before, he said pizza doesn't taste better than that Olympia stage. And I was like, that's pretty good too.
To compare it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, pizza will never taste as good as getting on that Olympia stage in front of everybody.
So encouraging, you know. It takes all your excuses away.
Whew. I started losing a lot of weight from doing my just 2 meals a day, and so I switched things up. I flipped the script over, and I've been just trying to eat like double the amount that I normally eat for the last couple days. Been eating all kinds of stuff. Pizza, cookie dough, donuts, grilled cheese. Been just kind of having at it. Still eating some meat just to get that protein in there, but I'm just kind of eating whatever I want, giving myself a little bit of a reset. I figure I'm gonna eat pretty good until around Thanksgiving, which I'll probably not eat that bad on Thanksgiving Day too, but so I just kind of look at the calendar sometimes and I'm like, I'll have put together a pretty good stint right there, so might as well just eat like a lunatic for a little bit.
No carbs
and then
till Christmas? No?
And then get back on point. Didn't really have any like particular cravings or anything, but just like I said, I was dropping weight pretty good, pretty fast. I got to like 228, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna look like a pussy if I keep heading this direction. So I started to eat some food.
Let's do some for a few. Do it till you can't do it anymore. Smart training.
Yeah, some for a few. It's just like people ask me how many reps, and I don't really count anything. And so, yeah, just do some for like. Well, the actual reps that you do, there's some misconceptions. Like, it doesn't really matter. Match up the reps with the weight that's on there. So that's why it's some for a few, because let's say you put 200 pounds on something and you can only move it 6 times. Well, that's just as effective as having 150 pounds on there and moving it 10 times. They're just different. It's a different stimulus. You're gonna want different stimuluses at different times. And sometimes you're gonna wanna go a little heavier. Sometimes you're gonna wanna go a little lighter. But your form and technique will dictate how many reps you do. How many reps you do with the correct form and technique will be dictated by the weight you select. So that's why it really doesn't matter, some for a few. How many sets do you do? Same thing, you know. Get yourself to a point where it feels pretty hard, then do some more.
Yeah, I love these. My friend Derek invented these Havoc dumbbells. And what I like about them is you can grab different handles. So this is a 3-inch handle, 2.5-inch handle, and a 1-inch handle. or 1.5 inch handle. But what I really like about them is you can use them as kettlebells. You know, you can swing with them. He has all different weights. You can press them like kettlebells, or you can do weird things like stick your hand in the middle of these and have it protect your shoulder. So I have bad shoulders, so when I go up like this, the weight isn't really far away from my body. It's still pretty close to my body. And by being close to my body, it doesn't hurt my shoulder. My shoulders can get jacked as fuck. Peaks on my shoulders, like Mount Everest, if you haven't noticed. And that's from doing like this. I'm just kidding, by the way. What's today? The 30th? So I'm 4 days away from my 47th birthday. So right now I'm 46, and in 4 days I turn 47. So I said I was trying to get in the best shape of my life. So here I am, trying. Pretty good, getting there. I think the last couple days here, I'm gonna do some fasting. Try to crank it up a little bit and see where we can get to. I got pretty vascular though, if you look. I got all these weird divots in my chest from tearing pecs and all the years of lifting. Weird shit going on, but who cares? You just keep going. Just keep getting more jacked. I come in at 5 a.m. to work out because that's when Smelly texts me and tells me to come in. And I've always known if you want to be successful, you hang out with successful people. My brother, super duper successful. He's made his own way. He's forged his own path. I started the path, but then I sort of fell off track. He continued the path and took it upwards, and now I need to continue to follow a path that I actually set forth way back in 1993 when I moved to California to go to USC Film School with the dreams of being a big-time filmmaker. And I made Bigger, Stronger, Faster, but I still haven't done what I know what I was meant to do, and that's take over some shit in Hollywood. So we're still working on those goals and still working on those dreams and not giving up on it. And while we do that, we're getting jacked and tan. Working out is everything. I mean, like, training to me is everything. Without training and without, you know, even I say this, it sounds ridiculous, but even without social media and Instagram, what gets me up in the morning is that I know that I inspire a lot of people to be better every day. And I know that Mark inspires a lot of people to be better every day. And what gets me up is the people that follow me. So as weird as that sounds, they think they're following me. I'm actually following them. Without them, I don't get up early. Without them, I don't lift every day. Without them, I don't post pictures of everything I do, because I'm trying to help people figure out how I change my life around, and maybe they can change their life around.
You kind of think of it this way, like we're hoping that this thing works, right?
Yeah.
But like what we do right now already works.
Right.
So we got to invest the most amount of time into what already works and to keep going real vertical with that. And then as this thing builds up on the side, as it starts to go vertical itself, then we can be like, oh, okay, well, we should divert
Put a little more time
attention
to
to
it.
that because it's working really well. So I just got done with a meeting. Really good to have my boy Sean here today to talk to the team, talk to the squad. Now I'm working on some stuff. Let me see what I can show you here. I'm working on some power project stuff for our podcast, and I want to come out with some like shaker cups and mugs and t-shirts and all kinds of stuff like that, because I know people enjoy the podcast. So here we go. Look, get a little early peek at some of these things. There's the old logo. There's a hoodie, t-shirt. That's just these are just mock-ups. Like, I don't actually say that saying, but it's just a mock-up of something. There's a hat. Another hat. Working on some stuff. Whoa, beanie? Damn. A tumbler, I believe that's called. Another bottle. People need to carry around a lot of drinks with them, right? Got to stay hydrated. So, yeah, just working on some stuff like that. Everything went really well today. I have a podcast at 2 o'clock, and I think I'm going to go to lunch with the team because we're going to lunch for Joe Dog, because I think today is like her last day-ish. I don't think it's her last day, but it's getting close, and she's moving on to some other things, which is really cool. The people that work here at Slingshot, I hope that they are branded. I hope they're stamped with a slingshot web on them. Just like people that work for Nike or Lululemon, you hear people say, oh, that's a Nike guy. That dude worked at Nike, or that dude worked at Apple. I would love for that to happen with my company. I don't want to, hold everybody hostage here forever. I hope that people do go on and follow their own dreams and fill in the blanks on their own dreams, and they're not just always trying to live for what I'm trying to get done. Hopefully they follow through with their own mission in life, and they can follow and lean towards whatever they feel their calling is. And when they do that, I hope that people are like, oh, Joey, she's a slingshot girl. And then when these other people come through the ranks, hopefully they say the same thing about them. If you go with a really wide stance and just try it out for a second so we can look weird on video here, point your feet straight ahead. And now try to squat. It starts to lock up your hips almost right away, right? Yeah. And so before there was squat suits, that's what people used to do. They used to just squat really, really wide because they didn't have squat suits. And then they needed 500 pounds just to get depth in the meet.
Kind of like what
You needed all that weight.
with the bench.
Yeah,
Get so tight.
you
You
just
have to
bring elbows in so tight that you're kind of scraping. Yeah. Creating that tightness.
I am excited to eat. They have really good specialty meats here, including elk, duck, venison, and other things.
She's getting drunk. Jack and Coke right when she walked in. Yeah, way to celebrate the last day. Getting right to it. Paleo shit. Pretty neat.
What'd you order from here?
I got a melt. It's like grilled cheese with a burger thrown in the middle. But this guy, the knife thrown through it, is peanut butter and jelly. I've never had that before, but I've heard it's really good. Sounds really weird, but I'm gonna give her a shot. See what happens.
Second dinner, anyone?
What did you get?
Carne asada burger on a bed of lettuce. Who's hit the clubs?
Funny, the barbecue sauce is but these legit might be the best fries I've ever had. These are awesome.
It's awesome. I did not think it was going to be this big of a turnout, but it's been awesome, and really appreciate Mark buying this entire meal for all of us. I totally was not expecting it. I feel just super loved.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome. Sun's out. Hey, how's it going?
That's going all right. That's nice to meet you, Mr. Bell.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a big fan. So
Cool.
Just doing work around Sacramento. I had some free time today.
Awesome. Glad you could make it in.
Yes, sir.
Where you coming from?
Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Yeah. So
That's a ways away.
just a little ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, big fan of your work, and listen to a lot of your podcasts with Chris Duffin and those type
awesome.
of guys. And saw you and your brother with Joe Rogan recently.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah,
Cool.
But it's wonderful meeting you. And,
Yeah.
thanks
Great
for all
to meet
that
you.
do.
Thank you.
Thank you. What you up to?
What's up, everybody?
Hey, it's Mark Bell.
Oh my gosh.
What's up? Just got done eating some lunch. Tried a peanut butter and jelly burger. It was kind of weird, but it was pretty good. Went and had some lunch. It's Joey's last day working here at Slingshot is coming up, and so we went out as a team, enjoyed some food, enjoyed some good times, and now I'm about to podcast. And that'll pretty much be it for my day. Strength is never weakness, weakness is never strength. Catch y'all later.